YouTube, what's going on? We're back with some more Outriders Worldslayer here for you, running a solo Apocalypse Tier 25, the Father Sanctum. We got the final Arbiter boss battle here for you, and I'm running my Shieldbeast Trickster build. So this is the final time you'll see it. I go through the full build setup in this video here. It'll be the last time I do it. You know, overall, the Trickster is the 4th best class, or the worst class out of the 4, in my opinion. I used to main the Trickster, and then playing the other classes, it was pretty crazy just to see how more powerful the other classes were in comparison to the Trickster. He's super fun to use. Again, he was my main. It's the last time I'll be doing it. You can see him just absolutely fry the Arbiter here. This is my best, my best build for him. So if you guys like what you see, please give the video a thumbs up, turn on those notifications, sub to the channel. Don't forget to check me on Twitch, do live streaming there as well. Enjoy. Alright, this is my Trickster build here, and then we're going to take on the final Arbiter. So God roll on the attribute for the weapon, you would want armor pierce, close range damage, and skill life leech. You could swap the armor pierce out for critical damage, but you would definitely want the close range and the skill life leech for sure as the God roll on the attributes. I have neither on mine. We still have work to do on our God roll attributes. For the mods, you have to run 2 mods, and they are absolutely 100% mandatory for the maximum amount of damage with the build. The Mage's Rage, critical shots granted 10% anomaly power bonus for 15 seconds. That stacks up to 4 times. That increases this by 40%, as the description says. And then anomaly enhancement, receive a passive firepower boost equal to 40% of your anomaly power. So again, 40% firepower increase based off on anomaly power. The crux of this build is to increase our anomaly power through either mods or things, and then convert it into firepower through our twisted rounds. So as you can see, what will happen here, and there's another mod within the pack tree that acts just like anomaly enhancement, so it only will further increase the damage that you'll immediately gain as soon as you trigger the twisted rounds. You'll see that the firepower immediately kicks up. It converts all anomaly power into firepower and just absolutely deals insane amounts of damage. So that is the crux of the build that we're doing. We're trying to get this up as high as we can, and then boom, convert it into firepower through the twisted rounds and absolutely melt enemies. Those 2 are 100% mandatory. The third one, it can be any other mod you want. Fortress would be the God roll in my opinion. Dark Sacrifice is a great one. I'm not sure. Nikolai's Revenge is actually pretty crazy. But yeah, I think Fortress, Dark Sacrifice are kind of your top 2 that you would be going for. Death or Gnome would be another one as well, for a third option if you need a third option. The crux of this build is obviously is the Shieldbeast armor set. This is a Shieldbeast Trickster build. Obviously the 3-piece armor set grants you for every percent of shield increases your anomaly power by 1%, and as I just told you, the more anomaly power you can convert it into firepower. So the more higher anomaly power it gets converted into firepower through the passive nodes, the higher our damage output will be. And it's honestly pretty it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So that's the Shieldbeast. Again, shield equals anomaly power. The more shield we get equals anomaly power, so it's fantastic. It rolls with the God roll attributes, so the head, chest, and pants roll with anomaly power, close range cooldown. That's what you want throughout the whole set. Again, I've got a pair of gloves like that, and I'm working on a pair of boots, 3 purples. But as you can see, for the Shieldbeast, it doesn't roll with that God roll attributes on the gloves and the boots. That's why you want the head, chest, and pants to roll with anomaly power, close range cooldown. You want that attribute rolling throughout your gear. Go over the mod. Strong twist, 100% mandatory. Again, that's a 20% firepower bonus that's active all the time because your twisted rounds are up all the time. Hive cut, great mod to have with the Vendor's Knife. Damaging an enemy marked by the skill auto activates the effects on other marked enemy targets within a 6-meter radius, dealing 50% of the initial damage. Again, just great for add clear, great for passing the damage along with our Vendor's Knife. Again, cut them deep, a great mod to have on there. You probably want that mandatory because as you mark the elites, it gives you an extra 30% more damage against them. Skull Piercer, great mod to have on there. You could swap that out for Arms of Anomaly, Anomaly Echo, Power Simulation. I believe there's like a Ricochet mod, a Sharpness mod that we can put on there for Vendor's Knife as well. as well as a long range one. Those are all viable options instead of Skull Piercer, but it's still good to have on while the skill's active. Critical damage is increased with every critical shot up to 20%, so we're already trying to hit those crits for the Mage's Rage and all the other bonuses that you get through the packs tree that stack our anomaly power damage when we do that. So it's not a wasted one, but we could definitely replace it with any of the other ones that I was indicating there. Stare into the barrel, 100% mandatory. Boost your firepower by X amount of percentage for each enemy in close range. Stacks up to 4 times. It's alright to have on there. Again, we want power simulation, something to increase our anomaly power. We don't really so much want the firepower increases, we want the increases to anomaly power. So not too bad to have on. Again, Arms of Anomaly, Anomaly Echo, Power Simulation, or any of the, a couple more of those Venator's Knife mods, the Sharpness, and the, I think it's the Ricochet mod would be Ricochet Zeds or something like that would be another great mod to have on there. Instant reload, 100% mandatory, allowing you to keep the uptime on the twisted rounds. Ammo bargain at the bottom. Again, while the skill's active, killing shots plus 30% of your magazine size. That you can swap that out for another damage mod. It's good to have on there if you're running the shotgun. When you're running the assault rifle, especially like a double gun or the light machine gun, you have a pretty big clip, so you don't really necessarily need it. It is good to have on there. At least you don't have to worry about your twisted rounds running out pretty much ever. So yeah, instant reload, ammo bargain, trophy. I'm really liking this mod. I think it's helping me stay alive. Successful shots on enemies marked by the knife make them drop energy orbs. So the more we're marking people and then hitting them with some gunshots, we're getting some orbs dropping that shield equals power, survivability. I feel like it's doing some work up there, keeping me alive. So I'm kind of liking this mod on there right now. Boomerang Blades, 100% mandatory. After the initial ricochet, the knife will repeat its path and damage enemies a second time. Absolutely just OP. Love the Boomerang Blades. What goes around, don't really need that one. Incoming bullets over 20% are being deflected towards an enemy, dealing an X amount of damage. Good for a little bit of survivability, I guess, or deflection of the incoming fire. But we want Arms of Anomaly, Anomaly Echo, Power Simulation, Sharpness, or the Ricochet mod, or the the extended range on the Venator's Knife. Same thing for Ready for Anything. 5% of critical damage dealt to the beast is returned to his health. Again, not too shabby, but we'd want to swap it out for any of those mods that I just listed a second ago there. Kingslayer is another great mod to have on as well. Misery, great one to have on. Increases the skill's mark duration by 100%. Do I think that's mandatory? No. Is it a good one to have on there? Again, yeah, at least you're utilizing it through the Venator's Knife. Captain Hunter, 100% mandatory. That's just straight 16% extra damage against elites. Unstoppable Force. Great mod, especially if you can get coupled with the Nino resistance against a fortified. Increase your anomaly power by 50% of your resistance piercing. So, resistance piercing is at 20%. I get 50% of that. That's a 10% anomaly bonus. If I can get my resistance piercing up, that's how that works. That's just an extra 10% anomaly power damage just for having that on. So if I can scale that up a little bit, absolutely laughing. Good one to have on. That's it for the mods. The skills, again, I told you everything runs around the twisted rounds for damage. We're running the Venator's Knife mod and the Hunt the Prey for ammo replay to keep our twisted rounds up the whole time. Nice low skill cooldowns on them both. Running bottom tree Trickster, again this is all close range, anomaly power, resistance piercing through the tree. Got the assault weapon node there. You could go to the shotgun, but then you just have to change your pack tree up a little bit. But I'm running the assault weapon just because there seems to be more beneficial nodes within the packs tree. The most critical ones on the bottom here are this one, the Combat Shields Timeline, and the Counter Shield. Popping your Venator's Knife and your Hunt the Prey increases your anomaly power by 50% for 10 seconds. So boom, pop them both, 100% anomaly anomaly power damage. Again, that gets converted into firepower through twisted rounds. Disgusting damage. We've got our Disruptive Power and our Outrider Executioner. This is what we went after on the top tree. Again, popping our Hunt the Prey and our Venator's Knife. Increase our weapon damage by 35% each for 8 seconds. That's a 70% weapon damage buff for activating them. And then that gets comboed with a 100% anomaly power buff. That's just crazy. And again, more critical damage just over here, weapon damage, some close range, a little bit of armor piercing in there just in case we get that no resistance against the fortified mod to roll on some of our stuff. So that's it for the the tree. Again, the pack tree node. Again, you want to be in close range for regen health. You know, your damage increase for 50% for each skill on cooldown, so that's good. We always have you know, we always have at least 2 on cooldown, so at least I got a 30% on there. Again, activating Deception Shield grants you 15% shield every second for 4 seconds, so fantastic for the shield replan. A little bit of survivability. Shield equals, again, anomaly power equals damage. When your health drops below 30%, this is survivability mod. Failsafe protocols, you get 50% shield and 20% damage mitigation for 3 seconds. Again, it's the shield that we're after for the damage, and then this power overwhelming. This is again another one equal to the anomaly enhancement on our gun, except again it's utilized through assault weapon. Increases your firepower by 40% of your anomaly power. So again, we've got an 80% scalable for that. So we've got it in the node here, and we've got it in the node on the weapon that I just went over. That's 80% conversion of anomaly power into firepower when we start triggering when we trigger them all together. Critical shots increase your anomaly power by, again, 10%, stacking up to 50 times. Again, stacking that anomaly power, then converting that anomaly power into the firepower through those passive nodes. And then activating damage skills increases your assault weapon damage by 50% by 10 seconds. So we're just taking advantage of, you know, the assault weapon nodes in that tree. You know, your ascension points. Again, you want anomaly power, anomaly damage, anomaly power, close range damage, weapon damage, and then I'm going for the cooldown reduction, skill life leech, resistance piercing, status power, and then we'll move into some of the criticals and damage against elites mods down there. Long way to go for that. Alright, enough of the yapping. Let's take out this Arbiter.
How many of Enoch's creatures are
Again,
being
the goal
lured by
is
this
to hit
place?
the critical shots.
Called by father.
Get the
Shit.
bonuses up for
All
that,
the big guys were on the move.
and then just continuously keep popping your skills over and over until it's bye-bye. So I'm trying to hit him right now with it. I'm gonna get him fully. Pop that. Got him there. Now I just gotta get